What is up, PCBL fans and coaches? It is your PCBL commentator and analyst, Blake Trout, as I'm here to bring you your PCBL 11 Week 7 summary. And I gotta say, this week was kind of nuts. We had a lot of things happen. 2 battles got extended past the usual deadline. I'm also still late with posting Battle of the Week stuff. I will get back to that. But we're gonna pretty much talk about these 7 games, talk about it in detail by looking at it. You know, a typical thing. So right now we have our first matchup, which is the Village Bridge Volcaronas versus the Violet City Vulpixes. And by looking at it, this team matchup looks pretty good. But I will admit, this game really was below expectations. I mean, shoot, it kind of starts off looking pretty decent for a while. I mean, you know, plays, hands being handed off, gets that critical hit Stone Edge, kill for kill, tat for tat, and it's all looking good. 5-5. And then here comes freaking Melmetal destroying the competition with double Iron Bash, the move. I swear, it's like, the more I think about it, it's just, I don't know what else can be really said. This time, this team didn't have any defense whatsoever, except for maybe Klefki, but it didn't matter. Like, this is nuts. Like, it felt like this team was hyper offensive, tried to add on to the speed counter, and it just doesn't work. He just gets crushed. And this is another reason why I think Melmetal should be banned. But it's not going to, because it really kind of low-key sucks, because it's slow, and if you hit it with the right fire-type move, it's going to die, but, you know, never guarantees that. So let's just move on to the next battle, because that was a quick one. Just 14 turns of pain. Okay, so currently we have our battle between the Geeky Town Incineroar and the Evergrande Eevees. Both players are 1-5. We need someone to get this second win, because y'all are bad. And I mean, this may be Oak's last chance to do anything before he gets himself nearly eliminated. So let's see how it goes, you know? I mean, if I'm going to be honest about this game went kind of stupid for 90% of it, let's be honest. I mean, all the games went back and forth. We finally get to see Hisui and Braviary. It's kind of cool. This thing hits kind of hard. I mean, you know, you kind of keep going along with it. And Calm Mind set up Galarian Slow King. That's kind of dangerous. You got grassy terrain. You got Sun coming up. Trying to use Solar Blade and Solar Leaf. I heard about Solar Blade. Solar Blade freaking Crustle. And that just didn't get utilized. I mean, in this game, he kind of sold a little bit letting Voltress die on some stupid stuff for real. But otherwise, it's a pretty great game back and forth. I mean, at first it's kind of looking like Eevee's kind of getting in his butt a little bit, but I mean, you look at this. Look how hard this thing hits. Boom. Now it's 6-4. I'm like, uh-oh. This ain't looking good. Oh, this ain't looking good. Going in the Crustle. Got that +2 speed boost. Gets a quick kill. Then goes in the good old-fashioned Buttercup, and it sets up Belly Drum. Going for that fresh sweep with the Unburden boost. Killing everything. It's about to be a nice return. I thought this was a great play. I haven't seen Belly Drum Slurpuff work in such a long time. Yeah, this is a great game all around. I mean, for 90% of it. Then it's just a complete back and forth of literally just stalling, hoping to get a crit somewhere because, you know, Calm Mind's BS. And it ends in 58 turns with it being a 2-0 game, going to Coach Oak, getting him his second win, and Eevee losing game number 6. Sucks, but it is what it is. Pretty great game all around. I actually like this a lot, too, because it just was really crazy setup. Pretty crazy sets being brought along. Good amount of them. I mean, I saw Crustle's freaking Shell Smash. Was it a Shell Smash Solar Blade? That's kind of nuts. With weak armor? That's just crazy. That's just crazy. I freaking like this game. I like this game. I like this. I wonder what the next one's got for us. Okay, so on the current, we got good old-fashioned Oscar versus PD. You know what the funniest thing to me is when watching this game? You have literally a regen core. You're probably the only coach, well, maybe not the only coach, but the only one I've seen have a crazy regen core. So I'm thinking to myself, you really couldn't chip him down if you tried. You really couldn't put him into the back of the wall. And Oscar has been severely struggling hard when it came to that whole being a bit too passive in the offensive realm. But nope, this is different. I'm trying to think deep down, you know. Just one like fate question, PD. How in the possible heck, you know, we just keep moving forward with these. And at first, you know, it's like the great setup. It's like everything I've asked of Oscar, he has done. And is working on dividends for him. Making the right changes. How do you get 6 freaking O'd? How? How do you get 6 O'd when you have a freaking regen core? Tabu Koko. Like, I don't understand this. How? You literally have one of the least offensively productive players in the league. And he 6 O'd you. This week's crazy. This is a crazy week too. Week 6 was crazy with like a bunch of top players just falling. But week 7, let's make it crazier. Oh boy, another game between Nico and another player, another victim. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I've been on the haterade for a pretty long time for him, but like, I guess I'm gonna just have to stop. It's just like, like, I don't even know what to say about this game. This wasn't even a bad game. Dredd did not play terribly. He did good, but he just lost. He just lost. You just have one of those moments where it's like, what else could you have done? Like, I mean, you did everything you could right, and you were making a comeback near the end, and then just, no. Freaking Custapberry Don fan. That's just crazy. Like, I mean, there's nothing else that can really be said. You did what you could do, and you just lost. And now Nico's #1 in the league. This is making me sick inside. It is what it is, I guess. I mean, we gotta admit, he is playing out of his mind this season. A good team, great set builds. I mean, did you see that Custapberry Don fan, like I said earlier? He might be able to make a run if he could, but, you know, could he be the one to break the curse? I don't know. Well, I'll just have to wait and see later throughout the season. Alright, so we're on to the next game. The good old-fashioned, the fresh. Another game between the... Well, not really. It's a simple matchup. Darkville Darkrise versus the Glaceon Slaceons. And I gotta admit, this game was pretty decent, actually. Well, I could say it could be a tale of two games, but not really. It's just that fun instance of Isaac just being really creative. I think Isaac being pretty creative with his setups. I just love what he's done with the Empoleon. Going for the Roar, Aqua Jet, Hydro Pump, Stealth Rock, like, that's so nice. Like, that's actually creative. I actually like that. That's awesome. And then it gets to the point where he may have like been kind of meh, he hasn't winning these games, but he been winning. Heck, there's been a crap load of hacks throughout this game too. Missing complete paralysis, missing hurricanes like crazy. This game was pretty nuts. I mean, it kind of sucks the fact that Bishop just freaking quit, but freaking forfeited. That's just in the middle of a battle though. Damn. Well, it is what it is. Nothing else that can really be said or done about it. Isaac wins again. I don't even know what his record is. What is he, like 4-3 now? 4-3? Yeah, 4-3. And Bishop loses again. Second game in a row. That's not good. Right? You should probably stop losing games. All right, so we got another game. Actually, this is a pretty good matchup here. The Trick House Heater Dancers versus the Sootopolis 7.8ers. So, yeah, this game itself, when I watched it, it kind of wasn't bad. I mean, you know, parting shot's nice. Missing Hypnosis sucks. It's just kind of weird how I've never seen Celesteela just be so weak. I'm like, you literally have Zygarde, Celesteela, 2 UBs, and Mega Diancie, and it wasn't anywhere near enough. Hey, wait, I remember saying something kind of funny. Did I remember saying that you were going to lose a Sean, like, 6-0 in his next game? That's not happening, right? Because, like, every move you're trying to make offensively is getting stopped pretty hard, and it's kind of weird. Oh, God, it's actually happening. Oh, damn it, never mind. Damn, he almost fulfilled the prophecy I set for him. Well, it is what it is. And this game ends with Sean getting a big win. Broski losing his 4th game in a row, I'm pretty sure. He has not been having a good next 4. And hopefully he can turn this losing streak around. And good on Sean for getting his win and making himself, I think, what, 5-2? 6-2? I think it's 6-2. Or is it 5-3? I can't remember. I never saw the standings. I really should look at that stuff before I actually record these, but oh well. All right, this is the game of games. A typical and very, very nice matchup between the Twin Leaf Tanglas and Mount Silver Menses, where you have Strumpf, the #1 player in the league, versus Troy, a usual perennial contender and champion. 2-time champion, but he's been getting his butt blasted the last 6 weeks. 2-4? Really, bro? Well, let's see how this goes. No, I'm just kidding. So when I was watching this game, I was actually kind of excited to see what would happen, or I saw how it ended. It's nuts. This game was crazy. Troy did everything he could, and I think he took his own advice at one point and prevented Strumpf from getting any form of comfortable, especially critting his win cons. That's crazy. His one move, getting away with hacks, paralyzing everything, using Steve freaking properly, and Yatchberry. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And scale shot? Oh, my mouth is moist. I'm moist. But yeah, so this is actually a pretty dang good game. Even when Strumpf was basically getting his butt blasted, he still was looking for a way to win. He was still maintaining momentum. It's nuts. This is why I really find these games to be amazing, where it's between two really great tacticians, you know? It's like you just want to see what would happen and what can be done. And in a lot of ways, this is just peak Pokemon. This is just peak PCBL. You just see two people that are just really freaking good, humble, good people, and they just go off and make a beautiful spectacle of a game. And it's just a great thing to see. Alright, enough of me gushing. This game did kind of end pretty wild. At first we were thinking, well, a lot of hacks was in this game. It happens. It usually happens in a lot of really good games and matchups. But at the end of the day, it ends in a way that I could not anticipate. Wait, is that Pain Split Goldilocks? What in the world kind of set is this? With Choppleberry? Yeah, this is great. This may have been Troy's best work in a long time. Not really know what to say for Eric, but he did pretty dang good despite getting completely nearly beaten. He brought this all the way to a 1-0 game at the absolute end. Also, freaking Magnet Rise. Like, I just, oh gosh. This is just a beautiful game. Yeah, so it ends up with Troy pulling out all the stops and making sure that he gets out of that losing streak fast. After taking the L to May, beats one of the top players in the league to maintain his shot in trying to make playoffs for this season. And Strumpf loses again, going 5-2. And that concludes our Week 7 summary. After all, this is actually a pretty crazy one. I mean, there's a lot of blowouts. For like a good amount of them were just total butt kickings, but there's at least 3 games out of the 7 that were just poif. It just chef's kiss good, you know? This is being one of the best ones so far. But there is Battle of the Week that I haven't covered yet, so hopefully that one's even better than the others. I didn't even get to watch it. So thanks for actually taking your time to watch this and be ready to see next week's Week 8 and next 4 analysis. See you guys around.